At Direct Service Garage Doors, we are your one-stop shop for all things garage door. From garage door repair and broken spring replacement to new garage doors and openers, we do it all. We're proud to be among the highest-rated local garage door companies in all of Central Arkansas. Our highly trained technicians are available 24 hours a day at no extra cost to you. So if you have an emergency, call us today, 501-244-3667, or visit our website at directserviceoverhead.com. Don't wait days. We'll fix it now.
All right, welcome, everybody. We got some unfortunate but probably somewhat expected news involving Arkansas basketball. We're also going to get caught up on maybe a little bit of recruiting and, a little bit of basketball in this one and maybe a smidge of football. All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Yo. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Hope you had a happy Christmas. I hope you got what you wanted. Hey, tell me, did you get something awesome? Let me know. Let me know if you're watching this after the fact. If you're watching this after the fact, let me know. What'd you get for Christmas that was badass, that was cool? Maybe you got like a kick-ass shotgun or a four-wheeler or a new truck. I don't know. Tell me. I want to know. Arkansas getting prepared for KU for the Liberty Bowl. Dudley Dawson is going to come on. We're going to do a preview later, shortly after this show on Hogville, to get you guys caught up on what. Well, I mean, just to give you the preview: Arkansas versus Liberty, or excuse me, Kansas in the Liberty Bowl. That's what it is. It's Arkansas playing Kansas in the Liberty Bowl. We're going to get you set up over there. So that's why that will not be talked about here. That'll be talked about, again, on Hogville. That will be shortly following this show. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Check out all the links provided for you down below. Again, special shout-out to these fine people right here. All of you, whether your name is highlighted in green or not, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And to the $8 plus supporters, man, you guys are awesome. You guys are just as awesome, but you went a little bit further. Look at you guys. You're killing it. Got a new Jeep. Bot Magnet said, whoa, there you go. That's a pretty kick-ass new or kick-ass gift right there. Did you get that for Christmas? Got a Jeep? What kind of Jeep? That's awesome. Mike and them says, my wife upgraded me from an iPhone 6. Holy shit. An iPhone 6? My God, Mike. 2012 called. It wants its phone back, sir. You got the 13. That's awesome. I think that's what I have. I don't know. We got in on that T-Mobile deal. Got in on T-Mobile. They had a really cool deal for the new phones, so we got them. We did it. We pulled the trigger on it, but that was before Christmas. I got a cool Bluetooth, or not, it's a Bluetooth speaker / phone holder. I got that. It's like it holds your phone, and you charge it up, and you can take it anywhere you want in your house, and it's like a speaker / phone holder all in one. It's like nice. It's pretty cool. My wife got me that. So, yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. Warm socks. Who doesn't, man? How many dads have had holy boxers and socks going into Christmas? That's what Christmas is for dads. I'm turning a new leaf in 2023. Must recruit a depth for situations like this. Just relax, guys, says Michael. Okay, that is Mike not hitting the panic button. Brand new flat screen, 65-inch Samsung. Damn, y'all. Holy crap. I'm loving it, man. Congrats, you guys. That's awesome. I'm glad you got some cool stuff, it sounds like. Patrick Wendell, what's up, man? How you doing, Patrick? A little Pwendle action. That's Pwendle in our Discord. By the way, Discord is resetting. For those of you who are Tuss Talk with Ty Discord members, we're going to change some things. We're going to reset the XP. I haven't decided on a time, but it will be New Year's Eve. Not New Year's Day. I want to do it New Year's Eve because I want to reward the people that are there and active on New Year's Eve, right? I'm thinking maybe of resetting it at later at night, maybe around 10. I don't know. We can usher in the new year while getting some XP in Discord. What we have on the line, we did money. We had 3 winners, all 3 of which got some cash. The guys that finished in the top 3 in our XP, they got some money. What we're going to do this time, I think we're going to do a giveaway. Tuss Talk, maybe a hat, maybe a T-shirt, something. We're going to give something away that's Tuss Talk merch related. I don't sell merch. We did the sticker giveaway. By the way, if you're a Patreon, if you're new to Patreon and you don't have a sticker, you need to hit me up either on Patreon, Discord, Twitter, DMs, Facebook DMs. I actually have finally started accepting people I don't know as Facebook friends. I did not do that for the first forever until this year. So if you sent me an invite and I turned it down a little while back, that might have been why. Because I just wasn't accepting strangers as friends on Facebook. If I didn't know you, if we didn't have mutual friends or something, I didn't. But now I am. So, all right. Remember, like, share, subscribe. I don't expect high numbers today. It's the day after Christmas. People are kind of getting back into the flow of things. And we're kind of switching over from football to basketball. Anytime I do that, it's just the view count drops tremendously. As you can see, we've been averaging some pretty good numbers on this channel. This one probably won't do as well, but that's fine. I want to start segueing into more basketball talk, because January is upon us, and you guys know that's when it happens, right? That's when basketball really gets turned around. You get deeper into your SEC schedule. Arkansas plays LSU. Boy, Wednesday's loaded on the 28th. Loaded day. That's going to be a fun one. I will not be doing post-game basketball, but I will be doing post-game football for Hogville. That'll be my final bit of content that I make for Hogville, that I'm back here full-time starting January 1st. So if you didn't know that already, and I'll probably put a reminder out on Hogville as well. How much are Liberty Bowl? I don't know, Michael. You're going to have to just look, my man. You're going to have to put feelers out. I kind of see Smith hanging it up and getting ready for the NBA. Yeah. I got a PS5. Hell yeah, man, Josh. Yeah. I got one. I got a PS5, and I'm loving it. Although, I download Elden Ring, and I'm like, I don't understand what all the hype is about with this game. I don't get it. It's slow. I can't get into it, man. I've tried, and I'm a big nerd. I love those open world RPG, internet bows and arrows. As a friend of mine once said, you're into that internet bows and arrows. New TV. Look at you guys, man. Wednesday is going to be a day for Hog fans. Lucky that they don't play at the same time. Yeah, very fortunate. I agree. All right. Nick Smith is ruled out. We'll just start with that. Nick Smith is ruled out, according to LSU, for right knee management. His status has not changed. It's going to stay. It is what it is at the moment. Indefinite. I would say it's not, I don't know how to put it, because we haven't seen enough of Nick to say that it's a huge blow, right? It is, in that we know his potential. But in terms of what Arkansas has already established themselves as, they're a pretty they have talent coming out of the years. I mean, they've lost now Brazil and Nick Smith, at least for the foreseeable future, and yet I still think they go on a hell of a run. I mean, I think they're going to finish somewhere in the top 3 in the SEC. Now, we've not seen a Musselman team do this yet at Arkansas. Could they collapse? Could they hit a wall? I think it's absolutely possible. I do feel like if they get any more injuries, depending on the position, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. But for the most part, they're in damn good shape. The emergence of Ricky Council, someone said in chat, don't worry, we got Ricky Council. He's going to be that dude. I think you're absolutely right. Ricky Council has proven he can be the guy. He can go out and get you 18, 19, 20 points. He can get the job done. He can finish at the rim. He's not afraid to drive the lane and do what he has to do to get some points. Graham has come along lately, right? Walsh, what's Walsh's role? I fully expect Devo to probably be a starter against LSU. I would probably put him in there. I don't know. I'm not really sure. We know Anthony Black's going to be your guy at the point at point guard at the one spot, but whatever they choose to do, it's like, can Musselman make a wrong move? Is there a lineup that just doesn't work? Have we looked at a lineup at the group of 5 guys that are on the floor that are starting, that are playing, and we go, no, not liking this lineup at all? Now, unless it's later in a game and you've got, maybe you've got some freshmen or guys that don't see a lot of time. I can remember Graham coming in. I don't remember what there's a few games there in a row where he kind of came in late in the game and he just felt like a square peg in a round hole. Didn't really fit. And then all of a sudden he finds his groove. And here lately we're looking at Graham and going, wait a minute. Are we going to get the Graham? Are we going to get the Graham we all thought we were going to get? What does that mean? And what does that do with – how does that work with Anthony Black, Walsh, Council, Mitchell? Like how does this – what do they have now all of a sudden? This is a team that could be averaging into the 80s in terms of points per game. I don't know enough about Graham's defensive. I don't know if he's that guy on both ends of the floor or not. I liked what I've seen from him. He looks like he does a pretty good job of guarding without racking up quick fouls, unlike Walsh. Walsh will come in and he'll have, if he plays the majority of the minutes in the first half, he's going to have at least two fouls and pretty quick, and then he'll come out in the second half and get 2 really quick fouls, and all of a sudden he's in foul trouble and there's still 6.5, 7 minutes left to go in the game. When you start playing against the Tennessees, maybe even the LSUs, I don't know what to make of LSU. Their only loss on the year is to a really good Kansas State team who's 11-1 also, but unranked, as is LSU. Who knows? Maybe LSU should be in that group. I don't think so. I think as the year unfolds, LSU's, I feel like they're just not as good. They got a couple pieces though that are working pretty well for them. They're under new management at LSU, as many of you know. Boy, isn't that fun? But he got caught. We all knew he would. We all knew that he would. Oh, wiretap. But anyways, as the year unfolds, Walsh is going to have to be a guy that I feel like if he could just figure out how to play that great defense without racking up fouls, you're going to have another piece. I mean, he's already a piece to the puzzle. He's already a great piece on the floor. There's no doubt. Even when he's in foul trouble, you're still like, damn. Whether it's from a defensive standpoint, forcing turnovers, running the floor, knocking down a jump shot or whatever he needs to do to get some points, he can do it. He's capable of doing it. And then you throw Ricky Council into the mix. Ricky Council has been the guy as far as a scorer for Arkansas. He's your leading scorer. Now, coming into the season, I don't think anybody had any idea who your top 2 scorers would be. We all felt like it'd be Nick Smith and probably, I don't know, maybe a lot of people did think it would be Ricky Council. But I felt like it was kind of a toss-up in the air. And I'm talking about pre-Europe. Talking about before they went overseas to play. And here they are, man. Like if they continue to grow together, and their chemistry continues to evolve, but yet where they can stay on the same plane and play at the same level, they're only going to get better. And they may not hit the wall. I feel like every Musselman team has hit a wall every year. They'll run into a loss like Elon or Oklahoma and Tulsa. So far, those 2 games have already happened, right? You've already played down in Little Rock. You won that game with ease. In the second half, Arkansas just manhandled OU, felt like they probably should have won that game by 30. I don't know, man. Maybe this team is just going to – maybe there won't be as big of a wall. I still think there will be because every Musselman-coached team has hit a wall at Arkansas, but they always pick up the pieces. He makes whatever adjustments, whether that's moving Chris Likes to the bench and bringing him off the bench to get maybe a good 12 minutes of play, or he's coming off the bench late in the game and he's getting to the free throw line. You guys remember that he figured out a way to use Likes as a piece on the chessboard. He just figured out, well, this is going to be my guy in the final couple minutes of a game. This is the guy I want bringing the ball out. This is the guy I want them. He's good at creating problems, right? He's good at getting someone into foul trouble. He's good at getting to the free throw line. He can knock down shots. You're probably going to have that moment where you're looking for a certain piece. Maybe without Nick Smith, maybe eventually, I kind of find it hard to believe, and I still don't see it happening, but maybe Pinion's your guy you bring off the bench, and he can knock down a couple quick threes. Maybe he can be I don't know about a momentum shifter. I don't know if he can have that big of an impact. That's more like Kamani Johnson, just from a defensive standpoint and his aggressive play down underneath the rim. But maybe if you need a little offensive boost and you want to stretch the floor out just a little bit, you bring someone like Pinion in who can knock down a quick couple of threes, right? He knocked down a couple. One of them, if I remember right, was a contested corner pocket three. He knocked down two. We all know that is the hardest outside shot in the game are those corner pocket threes. And here comes Nick Pinion, who's knocking them down like they're nothing. I think he's hit a couple more before this game. Really excited to see what this team looks like mid to late January. Really curious to see what they look like, what that rotation really looks like. It's going to shrink. It's going to come down to 7, 8 guys, especially now without Brazil and maybe for a little while without Nick Smith. And then if Nick Smith does come back, and I feel like he will, everything I've been told is he's going to come back. I don't know how legit these people are, but they seem to think that he will be back sooner than later. And maybe that kind of puts the roster or the rotation in a little bit different place. And then I don't think they're going to have chemistry issues. We saw him come in this year, and there weren't chemistry issues. After missing several games, and then he comes into play, and it was like, well, what do they look like? What's the chemistry like? And it felt like they were fine. Shout out to the show's sponsors, Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. Special shout out to them. Very first sponsors of the Tuss Talk. Well, it was Pig Trail Nation back in the day. It's now Tuss Talk, but they were there first. Same-day services, emergency service 24/7, 365 days a year, affordable outcomes, hundreds of 5-star reviews, better than best results. Give them a call today. Maybe you've got a garage door a little busted up or you're having issues with it. It's not shutting correctly. It's not opening correctly, whatever. They got you. They could be there on that day or quick, if not that day, a quicker time. 501-244-3667 to get set up today. Their link should be provided for you down below. Apex Tattoo Studio, another sponsor, located out in Rogers, 615 West Oak Street in Rogers, Arkansas. Give them a call. You want to get some ink? Want to get a little ink done? 479-278-2694. And then Odd Soul Bar and Pizzaria. Great pies. And they've got just about everything local on tap in their bar. It's nice. We did the live stream there last week with the co-founder of Black Apple. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to Nick and his staff over at the Odd Soul. Great pies. Wonderful pies. They're so good. So Nick Smith again out. For those of you who are kind of coming in late, Nick Smith has been officially ruled out from Musselman. It's right knee management. You got to wonder what is going through his mind. What are the people around him telling him? You know, the staff is telling him, look, man, yeah, you're probably a first-round pick no matter what you do here. Well, I mean, he is. There's no doubt about that. But you could do something really special with you, even without counsel, with you. Oh, man, come March, that's going to be big. We can go after the whole thing. And look, I know a lot of you think that's going to be the case anyways, and maybe you're right. I think they have it in them. They've got the talent. There's no doubt that roster's just kind of ridiculous what they have to work with, isn't it? I mean, again, they can lose someone like Ricky Council, who was making his way up the draft boards, and then they can also they could be without Nick Smith, and they're still putting together a really good product out on the floor. Like they're dominating. Now, again, we have to look at the quality of opponents. This is going to be maybe LSU's their first real test. I know Creighton is, again, people telling me, look, Ty, they don't have their guy. They're missing a big piece. That's why, but he played, and Arkansas just didn't play their best game against those guys. Now they'd probably win that game 9 times out of 10. Well, you're right. But as far as a resume, you still, right now, you're looking at that game and you're going, regardless of who they have and who they don't have, you're going, oh, shit. That one's kind of a black eye. Who's your quality win? Is it Oklahoma? I don't know. Based off what I saw, I wasn't really that impressed with Oklahoma, but how much of that had to do with Arkansas and what Arkansas was able to do? Far more talent than Oklahoma has, and it's not even close right now, with or without Nick Smith, especially with Nick Smith. I don't know that they have that game. Maybe this is your first real challenge. It's on the road. I would argue Arkansas and LSU feels like a rivalry in basketball. It does. It does. It feels like a rivalry. I mean, going back for a little while now, especially since Musselman's been here, it just feels it's on that verge of being a real, true. And I know people will tell me, look, it's already a rivalry. It's LSU. I don't think so. I've never, even as a kid in high school, you know, when there were some great games played between Arkansas and I never really bought into Arkansas being a rivalry with I don't like LSU. I'll tell you that. I don't like them, but I don't know that I've ever really and there have been some great games, Miracle on Markham when you're talking football. There have been some pretty good basketball games over the years. Especially when no wiretap was over there. Especially when wiretap was over there. Some great games between these two. But I feel like now it feels more. There's something there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was because of Will Wade. I don't know. It feels like, oh, yeah, they don't like us. We don't like them. And Arkansas's definitely had the more recent success. Let me get caught up on chat here really quick. How's it going, Ty? Hope you had an awesome Christmas, brother. Thank you, Ryan Jones. I did. I had a pretty good Christmas. I did. Hung out with the in-laws. Went over to my dad's place. Had a good time. He got me a what did Dad get me? Oh, he got me a Razorback, like a I don't know, thing you hang on the wall. It's one of those like it's for like a man cave. I love the gift, and old Arky 56, good guy, good dad, but he got me a forward-facing hog. Yeah, I didn't say anything. But, yeah, I'm still going to hang it up. I'm going to hang it up out of respect for Pops, out of respect for Arky 56. Of course I'm going to hang it up, right? Ricky Council has a chance at SEC Player of the Year. Giving up on the Freshman of the Year. That'll go to Brandon Miller. Didn't really field a good – I don't know. LSU doesn't scare me whatsoever, says Ryan Jones. So many close wins against mid-majors. That is true. Their win-loss record, while it's 11-1, and they played, I forgot where they played Kansas State at. They played on a neutral court. They gave them a hell of a game. And Kansas State, unranked, also is 11-1. Justice Hill is going to have a rough night being guarded by guys who are half a foot taller than he is all game. I'm definitely pulling the trigger on Arkansas beating LSU. I think it could be better than it'll be better than it's just too early in the year to say, okay, well, if Arkansas goes to Baton Rouge, if they go to LSU and they curb stomp these guys by 18, 20 points, they hold control the entire game. I don't know. I think it's still too early to say how good or bad either of these teams are. I mean, clearly we think Arkansas is good, right? Clearly we think and we believe that Arkansas is good. Okay. Y'all got to stop. We're better without Nick. Anyway, talk. Y'all sound ridiculous. Yeah. No, I'm not going that far. I don't know who. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't know who's saying that, but that is crazy. Yeah, you're not better without. Yeah. That's insane. Who's saying that? Someone saying that in this chat? Arkansas ball movement is impressive. Yes. Especially when they're around the rim. It's like nobody wants to score. Nobody wants to score, but that's in a good way, right? Like there's actual ball movement happening between those guys underneath and around the rim. It's fantastic. The assist numbers are going to climb this year if they keep that up. Yeah, Arkansas blanked LSU last year. I think that's right. Yeah, I think they went 3-0. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? I don't know. It still feels like a rivalry to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because Arkansas actually has the upper hand, and maybe LSU has to respect Arkansas a little bit. I don't know. My kids got me a forward-facing hog flag 2 Christmases ago. Hang it from my garage door. So when it opens, it hangs down. Like, you mean upside down? Or do you mean just like where it comes down and you can see it? Like, it's cool. Like a cool. Listen, I just hate the forward-facing hog. I hate it. I'm not a fan. But having said that, I still love my dad. He got me that gift. I'm going to hang it up. I mean, out of respect for him. He did get me the, you see this panoramic picture back here of the stadium. He got me that too. I mean, he kicks ass on gifts. He really does. He always says, I don't ever know what to buy anybody. Bullshit. That was a really good gift. Oh, so you could see it. Okay, Kelly, I thought you were talking about so you could hang it upside down to show your how much you don't like the forward-facing hung. I would never hang anything down that's a Razorback upside down, even though as much as I hate the Tuss Talk, or the, I love the Tuss Talk. What am I saying? As much as I hate the forward-facing hog. A little off topic, but any advice for new dads? Oh, Kingsley, you're a dad? I feel like you announced that here. Was that you that announced that here a little while back? Kingsley, any advice? Keep the coffee on. I hope you have a Keurig. Quick and simple and painless. All you got to do is make sure you got water in the tank. Keep the coffee going. Maybe invest in some B5 shots, like the little bottles you can buy at Walmart. You can buy 8 for like $5. Other than that, man, just be prepared. I don't know how new your kid is, but congrats though on the child, Kingsley. Congrats, my man. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one because my kids are now 8 and 10, so it's been a little while. Be prepared for, when my youngest was in like pre-K, it was that baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo doo. Like you get prepared for that. When my oldest was a baby, what was real popular was that Yo Gabba Gabba show. I don't know what the hell happened to that show. That show was popular. I don't know how many birthdays we went to with other little babies or toddlers, and that was the theme, was Yo Gabba Gabba. That show just disappeared. Then it was Paw Patrol for a little while, short while. Bubble Guppies, was that one? But yeah, be prepared. You're gonna go through. YouTube is gonna be your friend. YouTube Kids is gonna be your friend when you're at the dinner table. All the advice I could tell you, man. I've changed so many diapers. Get the coffee down already. He's not here yet. Coming. Oh, wow. Next month. Yeah, man. Big congrats. Y'all give it up for Kingsley, new dad in chat. How do you pronounce your last name? And I probably will butcher it time and time again. But Kingsley, is it Ihyogu? How do you pronounce that? Don't do travel sports. Play local and multiple sports. Discipline your children out of love. They will thank you later. Yeah, Kingsley's got Kingsley's, well, we know he's got a little baby on the way. Yeah, man. Coffee. Oh. Yeah. Saved the day with me. Our youngest she would not take a bottle from me at all. She only ever wanted her mom. Our youngest, Adeline, is a little daddy's girl, and she has been for a very long time. She has been forever. And she loved me just like holding her, and I kind of miss feeding her, not going to lie, man. As they get older, you kind of look back on things like, oh, I miss it when you didn't know how to walk. That was damn good on the last name, Ty. It doesn't usually go that well. Oh, well, cool. I'm glad I was close. It's a cool name, man. Arkansas and LSU. We'll get back on that. I know there's someone who's like, God, just shut up. Just get back to basketball. Arkansas and LSU. LSU pretty good. I mean, when you look at, well, for example, rebounding, they're, according to ESPN, I had it up here just a second ago. According to ESPN, they are, oh, no, they're bad at rebounding. I looked at that wrong. I looked at that as ranked 35th. No, okay, never mind. Their rebounding is atrocious. They're 239th. Like I said, I don't put a lot into stats. Not in basketball. It's kind of like football where you don't put a lot into numbers until you're 4 or 5 games into the season, right? When you're talking about a 12-game schedule, the equivalent for me in basketball is like mid to late January when I really start putting a little bit more stock in some of these numbers. But right now, they are 239th in rebounding. I read that as 35th. Definitely not great at rebounding. They're averaging about 35. Points per game, they're tied for 175th. They're averaging about 73 points a game. LSU's leading scorer right now in points per game is KJ Williams through 12 games, averaging about 31 and a half minutes. He's averaging about 19 points, 8 rebounds. KJ Williams has been pretty good for them so far this year. His field goal percentage right now is actually almost 56%. So he is their 6'10" big, one of their 6'10" guys underneath and around the rim. This cat can get the job done, man. They are the LSU's pretty thankful to have someone like that on their roster, considering what just happened under Will Wade. But they're off to a good start. I mean, make no mistake about it. They are 11-1. Yeah, they've played a bunch of mid-majors. You could say the same thing about Arkansas. Someone mentioned that in our chat just a little bit ago. Okay, well, Arkansas's played Louisville and Creighton and Oklahoma are your Power 5 matchups, and none of them look to be worth a shit right now. Everyone else is Fordham, South Dakota State, Troy, San Jose State, UNC Greensboro, Bradley, who you played down in Little Rock and you beat 76-57. I mean, for someone to point out that they've only beaten mid-majors, okay, yeah, so is Arkansas. And they've not played anybody worth a damn in terms of Power 5. Oklahoma's 9-3. Okay, well, all right, good for them. They beat Ole Miss, and that's really it. They've got Texas coming up. Actually, that's interesting New Year's Eve matchup. I don't know that Oklahoma. God, what Texas is still ranked in the top 8 too. Isn't that's interesting? See what happens with Beard. I don't know how Texas keeps Beard. I really don't. I don't care what his wife is coming out and saying. Like, the police report is the police report. At the end of the day, like, that is it. I don't know, man. I'm not a lawyer. I have next to zero experience when it comes to stuff in that realm when you're talking about the justice system and the law. But I just don't know how Beard, I don't know how he keeps his job. I mean, I really don't. I don't know, unless there's something groundbreaking. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how this stuff works out. Maybe some of you watch a lot of that crime stuff. Maybe you listen to those, like my wife, you listen to those crime podcasts. Although this one nobody died in, thank God. But maybe some of you are a little bit more well-versed in the law, and you've looked at this and you go, well, actually, there's a gray area here in the legal system. I don't know, but when it comes down to his reputation right now, it doesn't look so well. I don't know that he has much of a history of being known as a guy that's super aggressive. I don't know. Like in terms of dealing with players and staff and whatever else since being a head coach. I don't know. Maybe a former player will come out and be like, yeah, no, he actually locked us up and beat the hell out of us. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I would hate to hear that if that were the case. I'm just saying maybe something will come out later where they're like, yeah, actually it turns out he's a huge dick. Oh. I'm sure someone would say that about Musselman. I'm sure someone would say Musselman's a huge dick. Nick Smith Jr. is going to be the basketball version of J-Cat, isn't he? God, I hope not. At least J-Cat gave you multiple years, though, right? Not Ty wishing the players got beat by Beard. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure Fordham is really good and hasn't lost since they played us. They're well on their way to winning the A10. Okay, cool. There's Fordham. You beat Fordham. Maybe they're great. I don't know. But at the moment, I don't know that anybody's looking at Arkansas and saying that, well, they have beaten a bunch of quality teams. Now, the good news is their net ranking is pretty good, though. I mean, Arkansas's net ranking isn't bad. I had that pulled up here. I think they're 10th in the country in the net, which is nice, which that means something. LSU's floating around like in the 70s or 80s. Arkansas should just take care of business. We can just put a period at the end of that. At the end of that sentence, Arkansas should take care of business against LSU. I'm definitely taking Arkansas there, but I'm just saying you never know, man. These net rankings, if anybody has followed this stuff for a while, they don't mean a damn thing until you get into February. You know, I don't care if you want to look at, you know, whatever poll, whatever ranking system you want to look at, they're meaningless until you get later on in the year. It's just the way it is. As the season unfolds, you can tell me all these quad 1, quad 2, quad 3, quad 4, whatever, doesn't matter until you get into February. It really doesn't start to – you really don't know what a team is truly capable of unless they've played a whole bunch of really good opponents early on in the year. Then you look back in March or February and you go, wow, those were actually really good wins. And maybe Fordham is that win for Arkansas. Maybe it turns out Oklahoma's better than we thought and Arkansas really is just that good. Again, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know something I don't. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll tell you this much. I was not impressed with Oklahoma at all when Arkansas played them. Even though I was watching the game on my phone as we were driving through Oklahoma coming back from Galveston, but I wasn't really that impressed. Again, it felt like Arkansas probably should have won that game by about 30. I mean, Oklahoma just piss poor, especially in the second half. But yeah, Arkansas right now is 10th in the net ranking. So you can brag on that until February comes around. LSU is good. I'm worried, says Jacob Botwinick. They still have some athletes, man. They still have some pieces over there that could give you some pause for concern. But I feel like, again, I think Arkansas should take care of business. It's going to get – listen, from here on out, it's going to get really interesting. Arkansas' schedule is going to get fascinating, right? The SEC is upon us. This is it. You got Missouri on January 4th. That'll be our first post-game show back for basketball. Really looking forward to that. It's a 7:30 tip-off. Don't get me started. But it's a 7:30 tip-off. And then that's in Fayetteville. Then you're on the road at Auburn. 20th ranked at the moment, Auburn, on January 7th. Then you come back home, and, I mean, right at the gate, man, you talk about an interesting 3-game stretch. Maybe you can throw LSU in there as well. A 4-game stretch at LSU. Then you're at home against Mizzou. You're on the road against Auburn. Then you come back and you play the number 8, the top 10. And I imagine will probably still be top 10 when they come to Fayetteville, Alabama Crimson Tide. Then you're on the road against Vanderbilt, who's always scrappy, even though they're horrible. 6-6. South Carolina is 6-6. A&M 6-5. You know what A&M does really good? A&M's really good at getting to the free throw line. Do you guys see they're ranked like top 8 in the country getting to the free throw line? They're really good at it. That's where Arkansas wants to be. They want to be in that. They want to be in that top 10, top 12 in the country. Musselman's teams are always. You feel like they're kind of built at getting to the free throw line. Then you're at Mizzou on the 18th, so you get Mizzou out of the way pretty quick. You get that doubleheader. Well, it's not a doubleheader. Sorry, you get that home and home out of the way really quick against Mizzou because you play them on the 18th. And then the 21st, you take on Ole Miss. Not very – I don't know if you guys have watched them much. They've not been very impressive early on. And then you take care of another home and home. You got LSU on the 24th. Baylor at Baylor, who's 12th in the country at the moment, on the 28th. We don't have a time on that. And then you close out the month of January against the Texas A&M Aggies, who are currently 6-5. Can't wait till LSU comes to Bud so I can boo the mess out of Juice Hill. Nerves and youth will be our biggest opponents on Wednesday. And yeah. I mean, this is gonna be their first hostile crowd because at the BOK at the Bach in Tulsa, if you guys didn't hear, that was mostly Arkansas fans, which is always fun when you're in Oklahoma's home. I mean, it's not home court, but it's their state. They'd be like Oklahoma coming to Little Rock and them mostly being OU fans being loud and proud inside Simmons. Wouldn't happen. But that happened. Arkansas, of course, dominated that game, but it felt like home court. Arkansas's not played against a hostile crowd yet. Maybe that Creighton game felt pretty hostile. It did. I know it was a neutral site game overseas. I get it. But that felt, man, Creighton fans were loud and proud in that game, y'all. Maybe that actually had an impact. Maybe that's why you lost this game. I think some people will tell you it felt 50-50, but I don't know, man. It seemed like Creighton fans were loud in that game. Maybe that will. Maybe this is a team that struggles a little bit more on the road, which is natural for anybody. We also have basketball recruiting news really quick. We'll sum it up with this. According to what's this guy's name? Jake, founder at stockrisers.com, a national basketball recruiting site, also covering college basketball and the NBA draft. So, again, this is according to stockrisers.com, according to their Twitter. Big time, 4-star, 5-star, depending on where you look. You're going to have Dink Pate, who says he's going to visit. They don't have an official visit yet, set like a date in place. They're currently looking for a date. Once found, they'll lock in an official visit. Again, that's Dink Pate. For anyone who, let me pull up his official. Never fails, man. Allergies are fine until I get on here. When I do a live, then my allergies just shoot back up. According to 247, he's a 6'7" shooting guard, 180 pounds. He's a 4-star, but he's still ranked as one of the top 70 players in the country. 247 likes him as a top 5 shooting guard, number 2 player, or top 5 player overall in the state of Texas. He's got offers from Georgetown, UCF, Alabama, Arizona State. Sounds like he's being actively, and they actually say in his bio, Brandon Jenkins, who's a recruiting analyst, says he's 6'8". But they like him a lot. We know Arkansas's all in on Dink Pate. This would be a big get for Arkansas to walk down into Texas and take another big-time prospect. But you're going to have to deal with Nate Oates and Brian Hogston, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, at Alabama, who's actively recruiting Dink Pate. So yeah, that'll be a interesting. That'd be a great pickup for Arkansas if they can lock him in. He's a part of the 2024 class out of Dallas, Texas, at Pinkston High School. So, all right, next up, I'm gonna get with Dudley Dawson. We're gonna go live on Hogville Net, YouTube. We're gonna get you guys ready for Arkansas and KU. That will be done with them. San Diego State. Did I overlook San Diego State? Are they good? Arkansas did beat them by 4, and at the time they were ranked. I thought they kind of fell off. Did they not? Oh, they're 9-3. 9-3 with losses. I mean, they've not beaten a ranked team yet. They're 0-2. They lost to Arizona. They lost to Arkansas. They lost to St. Mary's by 7. St. Mary's isn't even that good this year. Yeah, they're 10-4. Again, too early to say, right? Yeah, they were scrappy. I think San Diego State, I remember the rhetoric at the time was that they are a lot of people thought they were an Elite 8, Sweet 16 caliber team, depending on matchups in March. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. I don't put a lot of stock into rank right now. I don't put a lot of stock in any poll, anything. Ken Palm, I don't care. Right now, to me, it's not much. Not until we get closer to mid to late January, going into February. Then you start paying attention to these numbers, the stats, and all that. Right now, it's all fluff. Just give it time, and we'll know a lot more about a lot of these teams, including Arkansas. Any chance we flip Ron Holland? Boy, I don't know. That's a good question, especially with what's going on at UT. Yeah, that's a really good question. Don't know. At the moment, I don't know. That's all I can say. I played with Juice Hill in middle school. I can, in fact, confirm he's been legit. All right, I'm trying to see if I missed any. I don't see any missed super chats or anything. All right, guys, I will see you over on Hogville. I don't know what time exactly we're going live, but it should be here pretty soon. I'll let you know in Discord, and we'll try to put it out on Twitter. If you're already subscribed over there and you've hit the notification bell, well, then you should be notified as soon as Dudley and I go live. Again, I don't have a specific time, but we're gonna get you guys caught up and get you ready for Arkansas versus KU in the Liberty Bowl. All right. Woo pig, and I'll see you over there here in a little bit.